everyone. Well, it's been over almost a month since I posted my last video, and that was just the ride on the ferry to come into the US. I've been in the US since end of November, and been a few places, but lots of stories to tell, I suppose. Anyways, this video is just going to be about my trip after I left the Coho ferry until I arrive at the Salton Sea. So enjoy. Well, I drove for quite a while in the dark last night, and I got to southern part of Oregon, stayed at a rest area. Vegetation has changed. And it's really warm. So I think this is Mount Shasta. I've just sort of come into California here, and I think that this is the last in the series of volcanoes that goes from Mount Baker in northern Washington all the way down to Mount Shasta in northern California. The ones in between are ones like Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens, Mount Shasta, and I don't know if there's some other ones too, but maybe something to look into, or you can put in the comments if you know of other ones. But I was waiting to get by that little hill on the side because there's a little mountain beside this one. I call it Baby Shasta. There it is, just coming around the corner here. It's like this cute little extra mountain right beside it that seems like an offspring from Mount Shasta. Anyways, there it is, Baby Shasta. Hello. Well, it's December 5th, and I've been at Salton Sea for several days now, just getting some things done and enjoying my time alone and getting some exercise and just enjoying the warmth and the sunshine. And I feel like it's been great, but today I got a flat on my wheelchair. When I was in Victoria, I got a flat on my wheelchair as well, on the left side. And so I got it fixed. And like, I hired somebody to do it. He didn't even charge me, which was really nice. I should be really grateful. I am really grateful for that. And then today I got a flat. A sticker, he called it, like a thing off of a cactus, poked in it and popped it. And I had to drive about 45 minutes to get to that store to have that changed, and I had to wait because the guy only works 3:30 till 5 or something like that every day, and so I had to wait for him to get there, and I couldn't get out of the van because I just don't like wheeling around on that. And I got back to the campsite that I came back to a different spot in it because it had hookups, and I'm really low on all my batteries, so I needed to pay for a campground and have hookups so that I could charge up my batteries. And I asked the guy specifically yesterday or the other day, do they have wall outlets, so that because that's all I've got. I don't have like the 30 amp or the 50 amp or whatever they have. I don't have that. Yes, yeah, we do. So I pull over to this spot. It's a handicap spot, has power, and I set my van all up before I get out, put all the blinds up in the front, bring everything forward that belongs in the front while I'm parked, and I get out, and I dig out my extension cord, which is also no easy feat, and I throw it out of the car. I get back out of the car, and I go over to the plug-in and I lift it up, and I don't have my phone with me, so I don't have a light, but I lift it up and it looks like there's only a 30 amp there, and I'm thinking, well, it must be above that, and I can see something moving off to the side, and I thought it was just blowing in the wind, something blowing in the wind. All of a sudden, the blowing in the wind thing starts climbing back up. I'm like, okay, I need to get my phone, so I go grab my phone out of the van, turn on the light, and I'm pretty sure it's a Black Widow that's there, and there is no wall outlet, so I can't plug in my batteries, and they are really, really low. And the only thing I'm running right now is my fridge, and I do have to charge up my computer because that's how I charge my phone, because I don't have... Anyways, I have two 500-watt batteries and 1,000-watt battery, and I just am not keeping up power-wise, partly because I started with 0 in the 1,000-watt one because I didn't plug it in properly at home, because I have no access to the back of my van where it is. As you probably can tell, I'm a little tired and a little frustrated. Not tired, but extremely frustrated. There was a van for sale when I was in Victoria. It was in Vancouver, and I almost went across and bought it. It was pretty close to everything that I needed, and it was set up exactly how I would need it to get started, except that I would have to put hand controls and a wheelchair lift in it. And I was pretty determined. I was not determined. I was still thinking about it. I just didn't want to go into debt to buy it. And I have access to some money, but I have to sell something first. And it's a condo that I have. And so I'd have to sell that to be able to do this. And so I didn't want to go into debt and have to settle for a cheaper price on my condo so I could pay the debt off. So I didn't buy it. And I think it's sold now anyways. But ever since then, I've just felt like sometimes I'm super comfortable in this van and really enjoy it and love how I've got it set up. And other times it's just like a big fight with everything, always. Not always. I'm just frustrated. But anyways, I want a bigger van. I'm just frustrated that I'm not getting my own way. I want things to be happy and easy, and it's not. And I know that's unreasonable. People all over the world are suffering from things so much deeper than this. People in my own life are suffering from things so much deeper than this. Anyways, that's my rant for the evening. Hopefully I'll have something more cheerful for you in the morning. But in the morning, I've got to pack up my van again because I have to go back to that shop. I'm really grateful that I do have one more tube. I came with 4 spare tubes, and I'm down to 1 for my wheelchair. The first time the guy went to fix my tire, the one in Victoria, he wrecked one, so he used 2 for that one. This guy knew what he was doing, and he fixed it properly, hopefully. So I still have 1 left over. Anyways, I'll try to be more cheerful tomorrow. Sorry it's so dark in here. I refuse to get brighter lighting. I don't have the power to get brighter lighting. Anyways, hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow in a better mood. I'm back, and it's about a half an hour later. I'm done being grumpy. See, I'm smiling again. I kind of realized that the main thing I'm really upset about is my my tire being flat. And feeling like, when does the bad luck stop? It's not bad luck. It just happens. And all it means is that tomorrow I just have to go back to the store at 3:30 when the guy comes back on that fixes the tires. And get it fixed. Feels like another wasted day, but it's not like I haven't been wasting my days here anyways. I have lots of things I can do, and I've been getting some stuff done. But, yeah, it's fine. Like, what's the big deal? I have to go back there. It's another day. And if I get done early enough, I will. I didn't have time to get my laundry done today. I can't do anything or should I say I don't want to do anything on a flat tire. I don't want to ruin the tire as well as the tube. So I'll pack up, get in the driver's seat, drive away. I don't know how I'm going to pay for this place because there was nobody at the gate when I came in, and if there's nobody at the gate when I leave, I don't know how I'm going to pay because I can't get out and go into the visitor center. So, and I don't really want to pay for the electric site when they told me it would work for me and it isn't. I mean, I don't mind paying for a regular site, but anyways, okay, I'm going to work myself back up into a grump state again, and I don't want to do that. So tomorrow is tomorrow. I'll figure it out, and it's not really that bad. I'll just carry on. Well, it's the next day, and I still got a flat tire. Let's see. I'll show you that in a minute. Anyways, I called the medical supply place that fixed my chair yesterday, and they can't get me until Monday, and apparently they have a waiting list. So, I don't understand that because they got me in right away yesterday. Yeah, I don't really understand that, but maybe they knew it was urgent yesterday, and then 2 days in a row is too much for them or something. But I've never had this happen where I have a flat tire one day in 40 years of being in a chair. Flat tire one day, flat tire the next. Like, what's that about? I don't understand. But anyways, I found the culprit, I think. I just opened my door. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere if I can't get my tire fixed until Monday. I am going to do some research and see if I can find somebody to help me. By the way, the laws in, I don't know if it's California or USA, but the laws don't let bike repair shops work on wheelchair tires. I think Canada had a rule like that because I remember one time a long time ago going to a bike store, and actually it wasn't that they weren't allowed to buy the parts. It's so that the medical supply industry can charge a fortune, $15,000 for that little piece of metal and wheels and cloth. Charge a fortune for stuff like that, so they can keep the monopoly going. Anyways, I'm going to keep working on it today, but I could be stuck in my van for the whole weekend. I may have to call and get an appointment on Monday. I didn't take one because I just thought I'd be able to find something at a bike store, but it's not as easy as that seems. So anyways, I'll show you what wrecked my tire. I just found it when I opened the door. So this is the tire that's flat. You can see that it's very flat. Sorry, my balance isn't that good. And down there, you can see that little branch. It's got little spiky things on it. And it was dark when I got here last night, so I ran over it. And then last night too, I don't remember if I mentioned the Black Widow that was on the electrical. Don't know if it's still there or not. I didn't even close the lid because I was scared and I wanted to get into my van. Anyways, it is a beautiful campground. Sorry about the crappy, I'm just trying to do this while trying to balance at the same time. I mean, this is my spot today, even though I can't get out and enjoy it. Here are the killer tire spikes. Pretty sharp. Hi everybody. It's December 9th and I've been at Salton Sea since November 29th. And of those days, I think I've spent maybe 3 or 4 where I was actually mobile, because I've had flat tire after flat tire after flat tire on my wheelchair, and I have another one right now. You can see that it's completely flat, and I thought it was the mesquite branches. I discovered that there's really big thorns in some of these branches that I've just been going over. At home, you just wheel over branches. It's not a big deal, but at here, some of the branches have big thorns on them, and I thought that's what was popping my tire every time, but once I realized that, I was a lot more careful about where I wheeled to. And so a couple of days ago, I was cleaning up my van, taking out the garbage, and I started wheeling over to the garbage can. And before I even got away from my van, I realized my tire was flat again. Same one, same side. The other one popped in Victoria, but that one's been good ever since. But I don't know, they just keep popping, and I have no idea what. And I came with 4 spare tires. I had 2 in packages that were brand new, and then I changed over to some mud tires so that when I'm here, it might be easier to get around in the desert. And I don't know if the tubes aren't right for that, or I don't know what. But anyways, I changed to those tires, and ever since then I've had my tires pop over and over and over again. So I've been trying to find tires. The first time it popped down here in California, I called a shop, and they were great. They got me right in that day and got it fixed because I had the tubes. The second time it popped, that same store seemed kind of hesitant to help me. I'm not sure why. I still have a call into them. I'm hoping that they'll call me today. They didn't call me back yesterday. I had called them, what is today, Tuesday? Anyways, yeah, I guess I called them yesterday, and the tech was supposed to call me back in the afternoon when he got in. He never called me back. He doesn't come in till like 3:30, so I'm hoping he'll call me today. But anyways, I've called Yuma because I'm heading to Arizona pretty soon. So on Friday, Yuma can get me some tubes, hopefully, but I had to pay an extra $50 US to get them shipped to Yuma, which is fine. I don't care. I just want to be mobile because right now it's Tuesday and I can't really leave my van. I can, but it's just really, really hard on my wheels. So I choose not to leave my van. So I'm in my van until Friday. So part of the reason I wanted to come down here early before all my friends is I wanted to just enjoy some time making videos, doing crafts, because I don't ever do crafts at home. I always want to, but I never do. So I'm working on crocheting some stuff, and I think I have enough stuff to keep me busy for the next 2 days, and then on Thursday I'll drive to Yuma or Kofa or somewhere and stay overnight, and then Friday morning I will drive into the shop where they are going to fix my tires, and hopefully they have the tubes by then. So for now, here I sit at Salton Sea. Who knows? Hopefully it won't get too hot because it's supposed to keep getting warmer too, and if I can't get out of my van, that's going to be kind of miserable. But anyways, it is what it is. Right now it's good. So, and I'm busy, and I'm only a little bit sad that I'm stuck in here. Sometimes I'm just perfectly fine and happy that I'm sort of forced to get down to the stuff that I've wanted to do but keep procrastinating against. So there you go. I'll keep you updated as things progress.